You guys, hey everyone. Excuse my raggediness. I look a little crazy, but that's okay. It's been a long day and I've been super busy, so I did not decide to dress up for this. But I'm gonna get right into the video and I'll probably come back a little bit later to do like a hangout. I have a few other videos that I really need to do, so I may do them later. I don't know. But to get into this video, last week on Team Mom 2's episode, we actually got to see a clip of this week's episode, right? So this all kind of started last week after Teen Mom 2 aired, because in the next week's episode, we saw a clip where Kail talks to her producer, a man named Patrick, and tells Patrick that Javi has went back on his agreement to meet her halfway to do the drop off and pick up for their son, Lincoln. And she drops a bombshell saying that Javi did not mind meeting her halfway right before that in order to, try to get it in. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. So just before that, Javi and her had met in a Wawa parking lot. If you have not watched this week's episode, maybe wait to watch the stream. Now, this is kind of going off last week's episode, because last week's episode, when the show ended, it showed a clip for this week's episode. And that's kind of what this is going to start off of, is the clip that we got to see. Because the clip showed Kail talking to her producer saying that Javi had been trying to get with her. Now, Javi, after that clip aired, Javi took to Instagram to basically say that that's the reason that he parted ways from the show, that it's full of drama. He's not for the drama. They're married. Javi and, I can't even think of her name now. Jesus, what is her name? Lauren. I think they're married, right? Lauren, yeah. I'm positive they're married. Yeah, okay, because I actually done a video a while back and I said something about his wife and somebody left me a comment and said they are not married. I'm like, I'm pretty sure they are. So, anyways, what happened? Last week's episode played. They actually showed a clip for this week's episode. I just finished watching this week's episode literally 2 minutes ago. I wrapped it up watching it. And it was a bombshell, and I don't know what's going on in Javi's house right now, but I can imagine it's not good. If I was Lauren, it would be Desert Storm up in my house right now, because I would be on a whole fit if I would have witnessed what she just probably had to witness. I doubt they watched the show, but she has to know what's coming, because this is what happened. So, Kail said that Javi agreed to meet her halfway. Kail actually moved to Delaware when her and Javi were married due to him being in the service. But her most recent move was to be closer to Chris, Lux's dad and Creed's dad. So she moved a little bit further away from Javi and Joe and closer to Chris. And she stated that on one of the last, like 2 weeks ago, she stated that she was moving closer to Chris so he could help out. So she moved further away, okay? It's just a text message that one part of it's a text message. You don't actually see it. He was actually on this week's episode. It showed just a very small clip of him like playing catch with Isaac and Lincoln. He brought Isaac along with him. So what happens is they showed a clip, and on the clip, Kail is sitting on her couch and she's talking to her producer Patrick, and she's frustrated because she says that she forgot. She didn't forget. She says that Javi had agreed to meet her halfway. And now they're planning for this drop-off later that evening, and Javi is not wanting to meet. Javi is saying that it's like an inconvenience to him. He don't want to do it. And she's like, what is the deal? Because you were fine with the drop-off, and now you're going back on it. And she tells the producer, she said, just last week or whatever, when we met, I pulled up at Wawa's parking lot, and I open my door, and Javi like meets me at my door, and this is what he says to her. Plain and simple, I want you right now. Plain and simple. No strings attached, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Plain and simple, I want you right now. So that's what Kail said that he said at that meeting. She says that he acts totally different when Lauren is around. So while they're sitting there, she actually shows a text message where at one point she texts about like getting Lincoln back, and she says like, oh, like I'm at home in bed or something, or I'm at home, and he goes, cool, you want me to slide through? And maybe they ain't married. They are engaged. See, I need to check that out because like I don't know why I was thinking they were married. You're right. She called it off after they cheated. That's true. Yep. After he cheated with the girl in the bathroom. Thank you, Willow. Thank you guys for clearing that up. They're just engaged. I don't know why I was thinking they were married. Anyways, my fault. I'm sorry, you guys. I need to be better prepared. I know. I'm sorry. So she drops that bomb, and Patrick, the producer's like, whoa, 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 whoa. What is going on? Like, fill me in. And she basically says that Javi still like hits on her. He makes these sly comments about getting with her. And the producer asked her, will you ever be able to have like, actually it wasn't the producer, it was a friend of hers that asked her, will you ever be able to have a civil friendship or relationship, just a civil relationship with Lauren? And she says, no, not until Javi is clean, comes clean to Lauren. When Javi tells Lauren, look, this is the truth. I have tried to get with Kail. She's not lying. I can't have no civil relationship with that girl. And I get that, like, because Lauren's over here thinking that Kail is this big troublemaker lying about this stuff, when in reality, she's not lying. Or, you know, what we know is not to be lies is the fact that, thank you so much, Tammy, for becoming a member. Thank you so much. But he's not, we know he's done things. The situation in the bathroom. If I was Lauren, it's like, okay, you've caught him one time. What makes you think he ain't trying to hit up on Kail every once in a while? I would definitely believe it. But Lauren thinks that Kail is the problem. And that's why Kail refuses to have like a civil relationship with her, because she's like, I'm over here looking like a liar. I'm over here looking like a troublemaker, when really it's Javi that like anytime he's not with Lauren and we meet up, he's talking that talk. But when he's with Lauren, he snubs me. He also done that in this week's episode when he dropped Lincoln off back with Kail. He snubbed Kail. He did not hug Lincoln goodbye, and he would not even say goodbye to Kail, but that was because Lauren was in the car. So she said that's the issue that she has, is that he acts completely different when Lauren is around, making it look like Kail is the issue, you know? So this is what Javi had to say. He took to Instagram and let's see. He actually said that everybody needs to stop talking about him. And on this week's episode, it did show Javi's text where he said, can I slide through then? And as they were like sitting there texting, he realized that she got a little mad. And she was like, I'm filming right now, so you better just like pull it back a minute, or I'm gonna like expose your little dirty secrets on camera. She actually told him that. She was like, I'm filming right now, Javi, so pull it back a little bit, or I'm about to let it all out on camera. And he was like, oh, no. Don't let it, like, don't say anything on camera. Don't do anything stupid. But by that time, she had already let it out on camera. So he took to IG and he said, I stopped filming to live my life normally because I've realized my kids' life when they get older, will suffer if I continue to be a part of this TV show. Not only did my mistakes play out on the show, which I've had to live with, but I know one day I'll have to explain my actions to my kids. Those episode checks aren't worth it to me, and I can make a living without it. None of this is worth it to me. He then stated that this had been a few years ago. He would have done his best to kill any podcast that talked about him. He said, I'm not about this back and forth drama on social media, because if the 2016 Javi came out, I'd shut down every podcast on Apple, Spotify, whatever platform people have podcasts on, all of that. And that's a big fact. So 2016 Javi was the year that him and Kail officially split up. He said, I'm going to go back to minding my business and living my life with my family and being the absolute best dad I can be. But let this be the last time my name or any one of my family's name is mentioned on any podcast, show, tweet, snap, MySpace, whatever. And he added Team Mom and everybody associated with that show. He said, don't even text me. Okay. So this is actually the second time in like a week that he's had to get on Instagram to defend himself and Lauren. His first message came when Kail talked about not wanting to have a good co-parenting relationship with Lauren like she has with V. As you guys know, Kail has a podcast with Lindsay Chrisley called Coffee Combo. She now has a podcast with V, Joe's wife. Excuse the train, my bad. Kail told a fan on Instagram that they have no idea what goes on off camera. Javi then spoke up on IG stating that there's nothing happening off camera that would warrant Kail or anyone hating Lauren. But there's stuff that goes on off camera. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like the off camera stuff is the fact that Javi tries to cheat on Lauren with Kail, but then tells Lauren that Kail's the issue. That's the off camera stuff that Kail is talking about. And last week when he tried to say there's no off camera stuff going on, this week he got proved to be a liar because she proved it. There is stuff going on. You're asking to slide through. You're telling me plain and simple you want to lay it down. You know what I'm saying? That's reason enough for there to be an issue. That's off camera stuff. You get what I'm saying? So he said, we stay out of all this drama, 100% mind our own business. There's nothing off camera that creates drama. We don't film. It's about the kids, and that's what we keep it at. Lauren helps me out tremendously when it comes to taking care of Lincoln. You guys hate on Lauren if she does too much or if she doesn't do enough. Never hesitate when Isaac wants to come over. I've paid for my mistakes, but Lauren doesn't deserve this backlash at all. Now, let me see if I can actually play this. Hold on. I'll see if I can play it.
Even though my sister and her baby couldn't meet up, the boys and I were still going to go to Dallas this week. But then Lincoln came down with the flu, so I had to cancel the trip.
What? Fly?
A fly?
Uh-huh.
I know.
You're lucky.
It's yucky.
I'm scared to fly.
You're not scared of a fly.
Uh-huh.
No, you're not.
You're scared to fly?
I'm not scared of a fly. Lincoln's feeling better, and today he's supposed to go to his dad's. So last week, I asked Joe and Javi if they'd start meeting me halfway for exchanges. They originally agreed, but now Javi's giving me a hard time. So I texted Javi and Joe last week and told them that we can meet in Smyrna from now on for drop-off and pickups because that we don't have to drive all the way into Dover. Javi was like fine with it, like he was cool with it, and then Javi now is saying, oh, but it's your turn to drive, so isn't it only when I have to drop off I meet you?
So he was thinking only when he's bringing him back?
Right. He texted me too and was like, oh, I'm not going to do anything for you because you're mean to me and Lauren. I leave her alone. I don't talk about her, and I've liked it that way.
Right.
So I'm pissed off, and I'm just like, I'm over it because you agreed to meet me halfway, but now because it's not convenient for you, now you don't want to do it. And you are going to treat me like this? Oh, really? Is that why you tried me on Tuesday? In the Wawa parking lot? While your girlfriend's home with your son.
What?
Yep. Just this past week. Yep.
You're going to need to start from the beginning with that one.
So he pulled into the Wawa parking lot when I was getting gas and was like, hey, like, what's up? And he opened the door and was like, I want you, plain and simple. And I said, bye, Javi. And I have all the text messages of him trying to, like, meet up.
Oh, has he been texting you trying to, like...
Yeah.
Like recently?
Anytime I'm in Dover. He goes, about to leave the gym. And I said, I'm sleeping, I'm home. He said, do you want me to slide through?
Oh.
I live in Middletown, so you're willing to come to Middletown to me, but you won't come to Middletown to meet me to get your son.
Wow.
Or even meet me halfway to get your son. Only if it benefits you in a sexual way. Now you're being disrespectful, and now I'm going to disrespect out of you. I said, and we're filming. I said, so I know you don't want any of this to come out on camera, so don't be condescending about, oh, it's your turn to relinquish, so you have to drive the full way. Don't. I really thought we were good for a little while. Now he's saying, my brother's going to Middletown. Will you meet him? I said, sure, Javi. He said, now say thank you. No.
Wowie, zowie, wowie.
Are you calm, or did you say something crazy on camera?
It's just kind of really...
Now he's asking for Isaac.
Is Isaac going to go with?
I'm going to just text Joe really quick and be like...
Just FYI.
Joe said, okay. I'll get Lincoln together now.
Just another Sunday of drop-offs.
I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed.
Okay, so I noticed that my camera was a little like janky. Hold on, you guys, let me fix it. The background is not real, someone asked. So yeah, there's that, and she put it all out there, and honestly, like, here's the thing. Lauren has a kid with Javi. Clearly, she loves this guy. She's went back to him after she caught him cheating one time. So she's in turmoil over this, I'm sure. So that sucks. That sucks that she's like hung on a guy that, did she make an apology? Kail did? Who made an apology? Like, it really sucks that she's hung up on this guy. Yeah, I'm not a fan of her either. Like, I agree, TT. There's something, I just yanked there's something about her, I don't know, like, she does this MLM, and I know she gets a lot of flack for that. But I do hate to see, like, at some point, she's going to have to, I don't think Javi's ever going to change. Apparently, Kail has that good, like, for real. She has Chris twisted up. She's got Javi still twisted up. You know, I don't know what it is, but these guys, like, they can't seem to get over her. And she put it all out there. And now, like, Javi, what? Like, why? I can't even. She put it out there. She put his butt on blast. All over the fact that he did not want to meet her halfway when he already agreed to it. You know, like, don't agree to it if you ain't gonna do it. Hey, Karina. So what do you guys think about that? I have not seen that Kail apologized. Where did she apologize at? Yeah, I honestly think, because Kail, you remember when she met up with with Leah, and was like, me and Javi slept together, and Leah was like, yeah, me and Jeremy slept together. So I think it's something that, like, it's happened, you know? Like, it's happened. And I think if he, like, she's obviously still doing it when she wants to, but he, like, I'm sorry, like, you got this baby, you have this family, you're engaged, like, do better. You know, last time he was caught in the bathroom, clearly he's not learned any type of lesson. He done this whole apology publicly that Lauren deserves better, that his son deserves better, and he's not doing any better. I'm sorry, but you cannot try to sleep with your baby mama. You're still not doing any better. Like, Kail put him on blast. I have not seen the apology. I should have checked social media out before I jumped on here. But someone in the chat saying that she did. Kail made a public apology for putting that out there. It's out there. Waiting to see what it's going to be like the next coming days for Javi, for Lauren. Surely she watched this. Because if Lauren did not watch this, I'm sure she's getting messages about it. Like, did you see this? Did you see this? Did you see this? Brady says, I think when it comes to Kail, he doesn't even see it as cheating. They have a very weird relationship. Sight said she spoke to Lauren, but she felt she should publicly apologize as well. Well, here's the thing. If she spoke to Lauren, now's the time to put it all out there. Because as a woman, like, woman to woman, this is my honest to God opinion. Woman to woman. I would not want a man doing that to me and then me being lied to by the man and the woman. Like, I'm a woman. If I know somebody's cheating and you come directly to me and you ask, I can't sit back and be like, nope. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to admit that. Like, Kail already put it out there. So if Kail and Lauren did have that conversation, I really hope that Kail comes straightforward, clean with her and was like, look, this is what it is. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but when it comes down to it, you deserve better. Women deserve better than a dog. Like, he's a dog. Javi is like a sex addict or something. I don't know, but he needs to get some help because he ain't teaching his son to do right by his woman if he's constantly trying to, first off, he's acting completely. When he has Lincoln and he's not with Lauren, he's all flirtatious with Kail, speaking a different type of language, speaking a different type of way with her in front of his son. His son picks up on that. But when he's with Lauren, he snubs his son's mom. And in the episode, Kail said that Lincoln said, what was that about? Like, why did he do that? That was weird. So Lincoln picked up on the fact that his dad like snubbed his mom for some reason. So to him, it's confusion. You know, dad acts this way when it's just me and him. But dad acts a different way when Lauren's with us. And that can make Lincoln feel a certain type of way about Lauren. If Lincoln's feeling like dad is rude to mom when we have Lauren with us, then I don't want Lauren coming with us. Why is my dad treating my mom this way when we have Lauren with us? You know? Hey, Julie. Yes, Leland, I agree. So that's what happened this episode, you guys. We got the sneak peek last week. Javi responded saying everybody needs to leave him alone. If this was Javi 2016, he would have shut everything down. I don't know how he would have done it. I don't know how Javi would have stopped people from talking about him on podcasts, social media. But he said if it was Javi 2016, he would have put a stop to it. But it's not Javi 2016, so now he's just telling everybody not to speak his name. Sorry, Javi, you are on a show. A lot of people think that Javi sought Kail out, that he knew who she was. Kail has said that before, that Javi knew who she was. He had watched her mom, and he even went to the mall that she was working at to, like, try to, like, you know, run into her, whatever. So Kail says that she thinks 100% Javi sought her out. So if that's what it is, if Javi sought her out, then you're getting what you deserve. You wanted to be on TV. You wanted your life to be on TV. You married this girl that was on TV. You had a kid with this girl that was on TV. It didn't work out. You are moved on. You don't want to be on TV now. And I really feel like one of the reasons Javi doesn't want to be on TV is because he is a serial cheater. You know? Like, here's the thing. If you're a girl living in that area and you meet Javi and you have this affair with him, the first time Javi does something you don't want him to do, what do you have? Like, girls are like that too. Like, not all girls, but there are girls out there that, like, they're the type, especially if you are married, you F with me, you stuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think that he wanted to get off the show and try to live a normal life so he could go about his dirty, cheating ways. But he's still too well known for that to happen. Kail's still going to put it out there when she gets mad at him. So I'm curious to see what's going on, if Lauren's going to stay with him, or if Lauren's finally speaking up and saying, I'm done with this, I deserve better, I'm not going to let Javi influence our son Eli to treat women this way. That's what I would like to see for her to kick him to the side, kick him to the curb, and get someone that's better, because I feel like that's what she deserves. So what do you guys think? Yes, he's a dirtbag. Everybody knows it. When Kail first got with Javi, me too. I really liked Javi at first. When he first came on the show, I really liked him. You guys, I always tell my mods that I'm going to jump in and tell them when I'm live, and I never do. If any of you guys are friends with my mods, with Candy or Cece, can y'all message them and let them know that I'm live? Yes, everyone go hit the like button if you don't mind. We have 162 people on. Hit the like button. But I think when he went after Brianna, that was just another, like, and even Roxanne saw that. Like, even Roxanne was like, called him out for it and was like, Javi, I think you're only in it for the drama and to be on TV more. And at first I was like, no, he isn't. But I think that he did. I think the only reason he doesn't want to be on TV now is because it exposes his dirty ways too much. Thank you so much, Peach. 100% the thing with Brianna was to hurt Kail. Yay, go on for Brianna. Nope, messy, messy, messy. Messy boots. Messy boots. So, the more you think about it, he has really been a dog. He has. He's really been a dog. Like, do you guys remember when he met Kail? And we first seen him on the show. The first time Javi was introduced to us on the show, it was when he was helping Kail move into her apartment. Mind you, it was right after, like, she got kicked out. It was right after, the apartment that she moved into was a government apartment. It was a housing apartment because she could not afford to, like, pay for an apartment herself, you know? So she was already going through it. She had a mom who was so in and out that, like kicked her out. She just had this baby. You know, Isaac was like a year old or so. I don't exactly remember. But when we were first introduced to Kail, she was not well mentally, emotionally. And then he, like, preys on her because she's on TV. And she falls for him. I'm thinking he's a great guy. He's, you know, Javi's not a bad looking guy. I think Javi's a decent looking guy. And then he joins the military. And I think, oh, this is great because they're going to have something to fall back on. Exactly. He quit the show because he would be exposed. I agree. So looking back at the way that he sought her out, and then they're together and he becomes very controlling. Like, years later, we find out that, like, he didn't like Kail having friends. He didn't like for her to go anywhere. So he was super controlling in the things that she done. He accused her of cheating all the time. Maybe it was because he had a guilty conscience. Who knows? Maybe Kail was friendly with guys. We don't know. But he accused her of cheating a lot, would, like, dig through her phone a lot. After they split up, he gets with Brianna. Still, while he's with Brianna, trying to sleep with Kail. Whole big mess in itself. He was very messy during that situation. I think he weaponized their text. I think her weaponizing their just is a disservice to Lincoln and Eli. She needs to handle. I do agree, Brianna. I do agree to that. Putting those texts on the show is not going to do anything but hurt any chances they have of co-parenting in a civil manner. I mean, she may have talked to Lindsay and she may have apologized, but don't think for a second, if Lindsay stays with Lauren, I keep saying Lindsay. If Lauren stays with Javi, she's going to be even more jealous now. She's not going to allow him to go to drop-offs without her, you know. She's not going to want him out of her sight, especially if he's going to be around Kail because of this. So it only made it worse. I mean, when you're angry, you do things, but in the end, this was not anything that was going to benefit them. It was just going to make things worse. Yes, Lindsay, you are on mine. You are on my mind. Love you too, boo. Yeah, so I did too, Classy Mom, for the longest. Oh, Joe, I thought you were talking about Javi. Because I loved Javi for a long time. I was like, oh, I like him. He's such a good guy. When Kail, like, you know, threw the dukes up on him that one time, I was like, oh my God. I do kind of like Joe. I like that he's not like, I don't feel like Joe is so fame hungry. You know, like whatever he films is what he films. It's not a big deal. He's doing real estate. V's doing real estate. And they're just trying to live a normal life. Which is why Kail is regretting putting it out there now. Her and Javi have a nice little setup for themselves. It's over now. Poor Lauren needs to get her own place and take care of her baby. Absolutely. Javi has a real bad habit of putting his Peter in things that aren't his current spouse. That indeed. You know, a guy that will cheat on their fiance in the bathroom of the house while their fiance is upstairs sleeping with their newborn or their very new child is not a, you know, that's an experienced cheater. That's a, that's not someone, it just happened. Like, oh, I was drunk and it just happened, my bad. That is a cheater. Potty thotty. Teen mom, mama, drama unfiltered said potty thotty. Potty thotty! Because it was in the bathroom, I get it. Yeah, that, you know, like a guy doing that is brave. And they didn't get that brave with cheating just by doing it one time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know someone that has done things like that. And it's because he is a serial cheater. Like, he has cheated so many times. So someone that just, like, got drunk and made this mistake, and it was, like, the first time, no. That's not how it's going to happen. So, as Peter's mom would say, he's a layer straight from the pit of hell. Peter Mon. I thought that said Peter's mom. I'm like, who is Peter? And who's his mom? Let's face it, both Kail and Javi each have had their fair share of sleazy, toxic behavior. That's true. They have. Most of us have. Did Kail get pregnant with Lux when she was still married to Javi? I don't think so. I think it was not long after, though. Because they actually let us know, and they both have attested to this, that when Javi left for deployment, or right after he left, they decided to get a divorce. And then when Javi was deployed, he was over there acting single. I actually heard there was some people that come out saying that they know people that was deployed with Javi, and he was over there as single Javi. That there was like no mistake about it. Everybody over there, like within his unit, it was like single Javi, you know? Yeah, they were supposedly separated. So if it was after the divorce papers were filed and it wasn't official yet. Yeah, so I just hate it for Lincoln. I hate it for Eli. I hate it for Lauren. My issue is that Kail decided to put this information on national television, knowing it would affect Javi, Lauren, and the kids. Absolutely. Yeah, that's my thing too, is like Javi, like, you know, Kail is like, you can't. There's another YouTuber insinuating Creed was conceived last fall, so there's a chance he's Javi's. Well, it's fall now, so if Creed was conceived last fall, that would be a year ago. Creed's, what, 2 months old? So she would have to have carried him for look, I've seen people say that they think that Creed's not Chris's. I don't know. Kail has posted on social media, if somebody wants to pay for a DNA test, we'll do it. Chris has confirmed that he thinks Creed is his. So, I don't know, you guys. Let's take a poll. Who thinks Creed is absolutely beautiful, first off? Who put a 1 if you think Creed belongs to Chris? Put a 2 if you think Chris belongs to someone else. Javi's a bad husband, but a wonderful father. There's no way he wouldn't raise him. I agree. I think if Javi, I think that's kind of a hard one, because I want to say, I think, because Javi is a good dad. He was even a great dad to Isaac. He was a great dad to Isaac, and Isaac was not his kid. He still sees Isaac. Like on this week's episode, he was at the park with Isaac and Lincoln. So, what was it again? A 1 if you believe that Creed is Chris's. A 2 if you think that Creed belongs to someone else. And a 3 if you think it's none of our business. 3. I agree, T Queen. Really comes down to it, none of our business. Like, we'll talk about it and we'll, but when it comes down to it, like, I wouldn't go so far as going on her page and being like, that's not it. I would never do that. Creed is Chris's, in my opinion. Kail said on a recent podcast she was forced to do a paternity test, and I'm pretty sure she was talking about with Creed. Okay. 1 and 3. 2, but really 3. 1, but really 3. I'm glad we're all kind of on the same page. Like a lot of us know, like, it's not really like our business if he belongs to Chris or not, but we still are like, but this is what we think, Feeling kind of breezy 3, Deli G 3, but still 3. Probably for child support. So yeah, I don't know. I would want to say that Kail is an absolute good mom. Nobody can deny that. I would want to say that if Creed was Javi's, that Javi would step up and take care of him. But I feel like Javi is such a dog and would lie about like his infidelities that there was no way that he would fess up to it to Lauren. So he would like under the table like pay child support some way, or like, like they would like keep it this big secret. It's our business if Kail puts it on national television. I get what you're saying there, JJ. That's why I cover it. I do get comments sometimes like, oh, it's none of our business. Why are you talking about their life? And I'm like, well, I cover reality TV news and gossip. But it's not to the point to where I'm going to go harass them over it. Someone needs to do a wellness check on Lauren, said Team Mama Drama Unfiltered. I could imagine she's not doing well. I would not be doing well. Like I said, it would be World War III in my house. Like, I would be... In due time, yes, I agree. I also think Chris and Kail... I think Chris or Kail, one is trying to get custody, figure out on Lux and Creed. I feel like things went real left with them this time, and the back and forth is over. Maybe Sue. She gets paid to air her life. Of course, there's going to be opinions, just like everyone's favorite show. Yes. We'll see who he looks like more in due time. The messiest moment of Teen Mom ever. Okay, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. But I have a few more I could do. I do have an Ipsy unboxing that I need to do. I have another Dossier fragrance video that I need to do. Or I may just come back and do some more reality TV gossip. Or I may just come back and do like a hangout. What do you guys want? You guys just want a hangout stream? Do you guys want more reality TV drama? Do you guys want an Ipsy unboxing? Do you guys want a Dossier fragrance perfume stream? You guys let me know. Javi and Lauren need to split. You don't cheat on someone you love and should be with. Absolutely. I loves me a hangout. Hangout. Okay, we can come back with a hangout if that's what you guys want. Go ahead and wrap it up, Javi's pecker, while you at it too. Hang out with yeah, and I'm probably not going to be able to stream tomorrow because I got to go to Shreveport with my sister-in-law. So the kids are out of school right now for fall break. So that's why I haven't really been able to work that much. But we'll come back with just a regular stream where we hang out. If you're new to this channel and you just hopped on to get the reality gossip about Kail and Javi, join us in just a second for a hangout. It's really fun. The hangouts are always great. We talk about whatever comes up. So on your way out, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Also, if you would like to become a member to the channel, there's a join button down there somewhere. Hit that join button and become a member. That's right, TT, the big city of Shreveport. Yeah. I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Bye, everyone.